Anytime we were chatting, scout or any of that, we were talking about, playing the long point, and this could be a barn burner with each team because, we've got some of the best in the conference. And so we did not anticipate sweeping, but I think that's just kind of a testament to the girls, and they came in for business. I was telling somebody earlier, the moment we got into our early scout film session, the girls were locked in then. And so we kind of had to ease them up a little bit, crack some jokes just to lighten the mood because we weren't playing for, a couple hours. And so, but just to see them come in kind of with a business-like attitude, that was pretty cool. And I think that's because we've been through this with last year's squad and a lot of returners. And so they understood, as they say, they understood the assignment. And so we're like, okay. And so we didn't have to do a whole lot with them. They really just kind of ran with it, and they were locked in from the get-go.
Yeah, Saturday, you guys never trailed by more than 3 points the entire day. So
yeah, very, and that's kind of a testament also to the practices. Again, our people only see sometimes 10 to 12 play, but from our entire squad, anyone can step in at any time and provide. And so today's practice was the same thing. We had girls going after each other in highly competitive practice, and sometimes after you win a game of that magnitude, you can kind of drop off a little bit or just get complacent. And they made a point of it this morning to make sure that nobody was. And so practice was as competitive as ever. And so I think Saturday is what they see every day. So it's nothing new to them. But DBU is a good team. They've got they had setter of the year, newcomer of the year. They have one of the best offensive players in the conference. And so to be able to manage those situations was big. But I just think this team, they wanted it more than anything.
You guys opened up with Tyler. You just beat him on Friday with a tiny play him all
Yeah.
year. How confident you guys have to throw against Tyler?
It could be anybody. I think we're pretty confident with anybody right now. But UT Tyler, they've played us tough. They beat us earlier in the year, and then yes, we got the one most recent. But all that really means to us is that they got to see us again. And so now we've got a lot more information on them. They've got a lot more information on us, and everything that we've kind of been talking about. Resetting from beginning of the year to conference, to regular season, to conference tournament, now to NCAAs. We're resetting. It's 0-0, and anything can happen. So we're paying our respects to the scout. We're making sure that we do the right things and getting to know, exactly what Tyler's all about. And I think they're doing the same thing. And then we're just keeping strong, strengthening what we do well. And I just keep thinking back to, today's practice. Some of the things that we were working on week 2, they were still taking and respecting that, hey, I've got to make sure this is right so I can do it the right way. So it was cool.
Region shakeout,
Yeah, no real big upsets in the RMAC, and so especially with our region having just the 2 conferences in there, we kind of anticipated this is what it was going to look like, and so yeah, we've just been preparing for the strength of the RMAC because they've, just like us, they've got 4 teams that could win the whole thing, and we've already played 2 of them in the Colorado Premier earlier, and so we've got an idea about what could shake down in this tournament, but just, think back to last year, you never know. So you got to go in guns blazing, taking swings, and hopefully, the ball lands on their side of the net.
You kind of talked about last year's team, and you guys have had a tremendous amount of success. 17 now in the Star Conference.
Yeah.
Tournament title there. But what is it about this team you feel like, looking back at it now and in the regionals, that is just special?
Kendra could probably answer that question better because she was here as a player, so she got to see it, time ago. And through my time here, what I've seen is out of these teams that provide support for each other, is those are the strongest ones, is because there's no question there's going to be stress in a match, or there's going to be stress in practice, or whatever it may be. And so I think a lot of our run is attributed to the culture of it. And so 17, that's a lot before us. And so that's where I think Kendra does a great job of bridging that gap between, hey, what did they do back then? How were they able to be successful? And then how can we do it now? And I got to say, I have to give kudos to this team because they are, in my time as a college coach, even at different schools, they are the one team that has applied their learning the fastest. So we're giving them information, and the application is happening almost instantaneously. And sometimes it's not the case. And so I think that's also a tribute to why they're able to play teams the way they do, is because they're learning the scout sometimes just as fast as we are as coaches, and then their applications is rapid. And so probably one of the best learning teams that I've been a part of.
I spoke with Shingler last week, and she said it's been like a long-time goal, especially of this team, to host an LSC conference tournament like this past weekend. So
Yeah.
just explain the energy and the environment that you saw from the team and the fans just playing in the box this past weekend.
Oh man! Well, when the team runs out of the out of their locker room and you've got 1,100 fans just cheering them on, and you've got the band in the box going, I'm not quite sure you cannot get jacked up for that. And so they took it to heart, and they knew exactly the situation they were in and the environment they were going to be in. And again, attributed to they're just locked in. And so they set some lofty goals for themselves after the appearance in the Elite Eight last year. And so to see those goals to come to fruition, but also to see those guys be the driving force behind it has been really cool, especially our returners. You know, our seniors they're a major factor in this. Yeah, our freshmen have done a great job, Emma Becker and Tatum Stowe, but Kayla, Abby, you know, Sam, Katrina, Lindsay, they've all played a role in making sure that those goals are right in front of us now. And so this weekend was just another one, and it was cool because some of our players' parents got to come and watch them for the very first time. And so for after that match, for them to see their daughter, you know, hoist a trophy and then see everybody from the community love on them, I think that was a really cool moment that those seniors wanted for the whole team. So I don't think there was any option for us to lose.
Tori had a really special weekend. She joined the 15 Kill Club tournament.
Yeah.
Just how vital is she for this program?
Did you see 1501? That was once he announced it in the middle of the match, and then she got the opportunity for that 1501. I kind of looked and I said, "Uh-oh, here we go." And so it is. Tori's a special player. We kind of knew that from the day she got here. But like I've said on with you guys before, it's more about how she's grown into the leader of our team. It's how she's grown into to understand her role. And sometimes when you're, you know, one of the best players on the team, you just think your role is, oh, I'm just here, and that's not Tori. She knows her role, and she knows how to get to it. She knows how to bring others along too. So I think that's maybe why Emma Becker is coming along so well, is because of what Tori's been able to do for her. So Tori said it this morning, we're not done. She says, hey, that's chapter 2, let's get on to chapter 3. And so I think that's what makes her so special. She understands the moment, and she doesn't make it too big, too small.
I think it was in the third set when she first got that dig that turned into a kill.
Ah.
Have you seen
First
that?
career kill, yeah. Yes.
That was a pretty special play.
Yeah, it was fun. And, you know, if we backtrack a little bit, that was kind of a focus for us, is defending really elite middles in the conference for the last couple weeks, because we played Kingsville, who has really good middles as well. And so for Briley to take that situation and get it over, and then just the whole team to rally around her and know it, you know, you just saw the confidence boosting from her. And so, but I think just, again, another product of their hard work. You know, moments like that happen, but they're so minimal in the match, but we practice it so much that they're just accustomed to, all right, I've seen this before, I can go make the play. And so pretty cool to get our first career kill, though. That's awesome.